Let's do it. Good morning, Kenneth, with the truth. I mean, I think this is the only way to explain it. Um, hello. What's up, Slater? What's up, Kenneth? Jake, sausage. I think that's the appropriate way. Whew. All right, we can start. Gus was early. What's up, Aaron? All right. It is Friday. I got some coffee. Guys, huge fucking news. Huge news. Got to start with it. I don't have it yet, but I got a coffee roaster. I got someone sending me some coffee. What's up, Isabel? I haven't seen your name before. Good morning. And it's happening. We're getting some coffee. Let's go. I've been trying to do this for forever. I don't even know if it's going to be a continuous thing, but because he's sending me some, I'm throwing it on there. He's a watcher of the show. Huge. Okay. Should do this thing. If you guys are looking for some good coffee, some small batch, Candlestick Coffee Roasters, candlestickcoffee.com in New Mexico. He's a watcher of the show. So you know it's going to be great. This guy is the shit. No, we don't have our own coffee brand. Maybe, hey, if this goes well, maybe he makes us our own thing, you know? But we got it. We got Costa Rica, Peru, Mexico, just from all over the world. I don't know shit about coffee. I just know if it tastes good or not. Give it a try. Head over to candlestickcoffee.com. All right, guys, give this guy a little bit of traction. I know all of you drink the same exact coffee, but maybe just venture out a little bit. You know, I'm not trying to talk down about the other brand in the space, but hey, maybe this could be another brand. Ginger coffee, a ginger roast. Am I missing something? Are you saying I'm a redhead? Was that what that reference was to? None of what tastes good, Aaron, from all over South America. I mean, this is like central, right? You know, but yeah. Where else is coffee supposed to come from? Do they have Irish coffee? No, they don't. Good morning. What? Aaron, you're fired. With that, yeah, you got to be careful there. We're gonna put you in timeout. You start talking that mess. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get one of those. All right, can't be having that mess. We can talk about a lot of things in here, but we can't be talking bad about coffee. Jake, you're a fucking Brit. Do you drink tea? Explain tea to me, right? Because how I view tea is exactly how Ted Lasso views tea on the show. I don't get it. Why do we drink tea? Tell me. Give me the down and dirty. Anyways, guys, head over to candlestickcoffee.com. Give it a look and get some. It seems like it's fair priced. I mean, they ship everywhere in the country. I don't think they ship internationally. Look at that. Subscription, selection. Look at these options. $17. Dude, what a great deal. Frequency every week. 5 bags. Just kidding. That's insane. 2 every week, $17. Does that last the whole week? I don't know. I don't know how much I take, how much I drink. All right, good. All right, we can be friends still. We can be friends. Like knee sleeves and a belt. Oh man, that hit Man, that hit home. That hit home. You know what? That's so true, but I don't give a shit. It's fine. It's not gonna make me worse in life. I can't drink as much as I used to though, you know, coffee. That's funny. Um, uh, Aaron, that hit home. That was a great analogy. You struck me where it hurts. Kenneth, are you a 1 pound bag or 12-ounce bag? So I get a 16-ounce bag from my local thing, but I think it lasts me a little over a week. But my wife drinks some too, and I do the cold brew, and I think cold brew doesn't make quite as much because it's stronger. So I think we use more per, I don't know, like per serving. Um, so I don't know, 12 ounce a week. That's not bad. 17 bucks, 65 bucks, 68 bucks a month. That wouldn't be too terrible. Just one coffee. Whole bag and one coffee. Damn it, Aaron, you hit me where it hurts. All right, who's gonna try this? There's 19 people watching. Who's gonna take a swing and give Candlestick Coffee a try? Put it below. If you show me your receipt, if you show you used if you show me your receipt on Candlestick from purchasing from Candlestick Coffee, I don't know. I'll give you something from WODprep. Maybe programming for a month or something like that. Yeah, it's fair. It's definitely an acquired taste. Like it takes a while, right? Everyone starts with like the frappa whatever from Starbucks, and then you start putting less milk in it, and then you start putting less, and then uh and then you go to black coffee, or then you do some like lattes or espresso, and then it just kind of works its way down, and then you're just drinking tar. It's just the normal progression of life. All right, anyways, if anyone purchases this, send me your receipt on Instagram, Movement Doctor. All right. Um, and we'll get you some free programming from WODprep. Aaron, you're digging yourself a grave in the chat, baby. All right. Um, so weekend's coming up. Oh, which is now. I don't have Instagram. Slater, if you buy it, you can here. You know what? If anyone buys it, you can text me. All right. Text me a receipt and let's go, Aaron. That's what I'm talking about. Stand your ground, baby. Stand your ground. Mm. Slater, the fact that you don't have social media just creates so much envy from me. As I say that, I'm revamping my social media and basically investing like 10 hours to 15 hours a week into it, but it just seems to be the best way to make fucking money, you know? Like it just is. It's just the best way to promote yourself. And I started this big push for social, like revamping my social media, like, I don't know, 11 days ago. And from it, we've like mustered up more one-on-one, like hot leads than we have in the past 4 months through WODprep and emails and things. Like and just from my little page, right? That like is basically dead, not getting fucking any traction. And so it's so frustrating, but very interesting. That's just how it works. Um, anyways, it's Friday. Hey guys, make sure you sign up for the open. Sometimes you got to be a little gay. Yeah, it is. It just is what it is. It's unfortunate. Like I always feel like the more value I put into a post, the worse it does. Um, and then when I just post like something that's kind of trash, then it does really well. It's very strange. I don't understand it. I didn't see this. Did I see the Surgeon General linked alcohol to many types of cancers? I haven't seen that, but it doesn't I mean, I feel like there's studies out there that have said this, but I don't know if the Surgeon General has confirmed it or if this is like a new thing, but it makes sense. I'm really considering like completely stopping alcohol. The problem is when we do the camping thing, like it's definitely like my relaxed time. I would for sure rather like take edibles though if I had to like choose, but is what it is. You should feel better. You don't, you sleep better. If you don't feel shit in the morning, you should take a super low dose gummy. Yeah. Um yeah, it's frustrating. Anyways, yeah, it is what it is. I don't know. I always feel terrible when I drink. I lied. I don't feel terrible when I drink. I don't. I know the repercussions are just tenfold of yeah. That's pretty wild. I feel like you probably shouldn't do that, Jake. Why would you break? Celebrating 10 years? Yeah. What are they? The Terrans? I don't know. Whatever the sober for 35. Aaron, you're just this. You don't drink coffee. You don't drink alcohol. Aaron, what's your glutton? Like, what's your guilty pleasure? It's got to be something. If you don't drink caffeine. Do you take any caffeine? Do you do like pre-workout? Do you smoke marijuana? Aaron does heroin, sugar, I guess. YouTube. That's fair. Um, so I was trying to figure out what to talk about today, and I'll just take this off the screen. Anyways, if you guys decide to buy Candlestick Coffee, shoot me a text, and we'll get something for you. From WODprep. Uh, oh, there we go. Make sure to sign up for the Open. It is coming up fast. Scan that QR code on right there. Boop. All right. Scan the QR code, sign up for the Open, do the Open, Community Cup, all the fun shit. We'll be doing it. We'll be pushing it through WODprep. We'll be doing lives and things. And if you're looking for some open help, make sure to stay tuned because we are going to have like a $3 3-week thing where you can get inside the programming and get programming during the Open, strategy guides, review videos, score predictions, etc. Um, inside of our app of WODup, which is where our programming lives. So make sure to stay in tune for said stuff. Damn. Aaron, do you live in the South? Um, my I guess my father-in-law. I don't know how that works. Nope. Yes. My wife's mom's like her husband, but it's not her dad. Anyways, father will say father-in-law. Uh Morning. What's up, Zach? Hey, speaking of the guy, um, anyways. Oh. I don't. You could just go into like the numbers. Like if you just looked up 150,000 men and if you just looked up the last score, that would be how many did it. How do you, Avera said, do you know how many, the percent of people who signed up for the Open that completed all three tests? It's way lower than the 300,000. Like it always is. A lot of people sign up and don't complete all the tests. Um, so Jake, I feel like the you should sign up thing that athletes are doing is a fashion thing. So Savon suggested this forever ago, like right after the games, but this is what we've always needed, right? And um I don't think it's a fashion thing. I hope it's CrossFit reaching out to them and saying, "Hey, we need you to do this. Can you do this for us?" Right? Like I think it's good. Um uh I think I mean, to me, it's exactly what the Colton's was hilarious. Ben's gonna make a funny one too. Um uh yes sir. Yes sir. This is the guy. This is the coffee guy. Head over. He's a real person. Um uh but I mean, I think it's great, right? And then also, if you guys here, we'll just go. This is something I did want to talk about. Like Dave Castro, like being collaborators on posts for, um, like being collaborator
Hey,
in posts, right? Like these are just random posts that they ask him to collaborate on, and he agrees to, right? Like, who the fuck is this guy? A nobody, right? I mean, not he's a human, but still, like in this one, like, who's this? Some nobody, right? And so, like, they're asking him to collaborate, and he's agreeing to it. And with this one, right? And so they're sharing it, and I think this is huge. This is so important, and it's the shit that we should have been doing for the last 5 years. And so this is what it's going to take. It's going to take. It's not going. This year is going to suck. It's going to take us not getting like demoralized and beat down because this year sucks. I mean, I guess, but like, so Jeff says, I think you should want to do the opens because you want to and like the direction CrossFit is headed, not having pros trying to convince you to sign up. So yes and no, right? I think those are intertwined things. I think if we're not showing that the professionals or the bigger names, right, are going to do it, then people won't. It's just it's how people are influenceable, right? Like it's clear that Laura's not going to sign up, right? Lucas said he's not signing up. They're just doing World Fitness Project, right? So they're doing that. Any pros in my gym push me around. So I think CrossFit, the games were rough, but so much has changed in the past 5 months with marketing, media, direction, communication. And so the problem is people want that change to be right now, and it is right now, but you're not going to see a lot of it for a couple of years. And so we have to assume that CrossFit is going to be consistent with these changes. um and I think that's the most important part, um is to not assume that every change is going to happen today or yesterday or in the past 4 months, but that the changes are happening, right? And that we're moving in the right direction that I think a lot of people want to see. Um, like even just something as simple as like
This year, I do want to
um,
plant the seed.
like this um, week in review, right? Um, this week in review, he gave out a hint, which is good, and he spitballed on there about taking some of the community cup to the games and giving them a place to work out, letting people, and then also letting other people do the announcements right in their gym. And so these are things that I think are going to be really good to continue to get the community involved and just being more open, but it's going to take time, right? So yes, you should want to do the open. I think you should want to do the open for yourself, and it has very little to do with CrossFit H headquarters, right? So with that being the case, I think that the athletes supporting the open are better than just headquarters posting, to do it. I think Bennett's making noise already. Might be a short show. Clock, I don't know what your question is. If I do the open, will any pros in my gym push me around? I don't know what that means. Yes, they will. I'll just tell you yes. Games athletes, yeah, they do. That's their thing. That's what they do, right? And so there's going to be plenty of athletes not supporting CrossFit, so we should have athletes supporting it, right? Like athletes can come on and support the WFP. Why can't we come on and support CrossFit, right? Yeah, this is Jake. I agree with you, but it's irrelevant because it did, right? Like it shouldn't, but it will, right? Like it did, and it's the sole reason why we're in the state that we're in. So has no barring on affiliate member relationships to CrossFit whatsoever. People made that link are suffering from yeah, I agree. I mean, I agree 100%. Without a doubt, but we are where we are, and so things, CrossFit needs to make attempts to mend that broken relationship and move forward, right? um so yeah, anyways so I think that's really cool, right, that they're linking some of them together. Maybe it's CrossFit Games. Should probably stop sharing. You guys don't see my search history. That'd be weird. Um, um, Colton's was really, really funny. If you guys haven't seen it.
Hey, did I hear you're doing the open?
It's
Hey, did I hear you're doing the open? I'm signing up for the open because it's my yearly chance.
I don't know what makes it more funny is the blinking or like the dry humor. But either way, they're funny.
To all my friends and enemies at the CrossFit affiliate and on the leaderboard. I'm in for the open because I don't have any friends outside of CrossFit, so I know all my friends will be at the gym doing the same workouts with me. I'm in for the open because I love competition, and this is my yearly benchmark to see my progress.
Is this set up? It looks set up. No, I know the blinking isn't a bit.
Never mind.
He's got like the eye thing.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I like
Forget
this.
everything I just said.
This is my favorite part.
This sucks.
This is terrible. That's how I feel after every workout. I do think Danny Brofelex needs to return. It would be, I agree. Danny Broflex would be a solid go, but it needs to be someone new. Like who could be Danny Broflex in this day and age? I don't know. Who's got the humor? I feel like, I don't know, someone like Sam Dancer, but I don't know, he's like too out there. All right. We're going to just sift through a little bit of social media today. Sprague is a clown. Oh, Hopper. Hopper would be good. No, Hopper. Hopper is the choice for sure. Or Dallin. Dallin or Hopper are both good. Sprague's not bro flexy enough. Jason is, or Dallin for sure. I agree. Yep. Gus, committed. All right. Colton does look leaner. He's fucking training a lot. All right. We're gonna show this. All right. What does this mean? Someone tell me what he means. Is this just from walking around? Is this just from walking around Miami? Is that what happened here? Which is very true. I mean, that's just the way that it is. What's happening here? Billy Bob or Flex. Does he just mean Miami? Because that's true for sure. Not an athlete thing, right? I just want to make sure it wasn't an athlete thing. There are some athletes for sure, females that have taken Ozempics. Um, Avera, I love your consistency. Not as straightforward as you may think, because some who completed 1 or 2 tests finished ahead of completed all 3 tests. All right. I mean, cool. I mean, there's plenty of people that are passing away from Ozempic. Not a lot, but there are some because they don't stop and then they continue. What is it? Wasn't like um it's like liver failure, right? Um it's like atrophy, muscle loss, pancreatitis, kidney. Yeah. Like kidney and gallbladder issues. I think from like um all the increased acidity in the body. Um yeah, I mean it has its yeah, it is just everywhere for sure. It's ever guys. I'm in Pensacola, and it is. It's not super wealthy. We have some like wealthy pockets, but but for the most part. But I mean, everyone, and I mean everyone takes Ozempic here. Everybody. It's crazy. It's crazy. Um, I think so. I have a client using Ozempic, so it has very good qualities. Okay, like for someone who's very obese, who is really struggling to get started, um, I think it can be beneficial for a short period of time. Damn. All right. Well, we're not going to bring that up on the show. Um, uh, so I think it can be beneficial, um, but it's highly addictive. Yeah, GLP-1s. They're, man, I can see the benefit in a short term to like kickstart something, but the problem is it's being over prescribed for way too long. And yeah. I mean, I think eventually like the FDA is going to have to step in, right? I mean, because like there's especially people are going to just continue to get um I'm hating it. So this is a great point, right? So what people don't do is so Jake's it's a male taking it, which is a little more strange than usual, but his blood came back. Um he's made the same progress, 15 kilos in 3 months. So we're talking, what is that? 33 pounds. Okay. Muscle mass maintained and feeling great. If you can strength train during it and maintain a good protein intake, then you will combat a lot of those muscle loss, kidney stuff that that you sort of experience during it. Um, but again, you got to come off of it eventually, sooner than later. That's the biggest thing. But anyways, all right, we'll search down. This is an interesting question. Is Ozempic to lose weight the same thing as taking something for muscle growth or performance? Are you still considered natural? I don't think that really matters. Bro, hey, here we go. You mean someone's going to have to step into the FDA? FDA is part of criminal cartel, not the solution. Oh, someone is, baby. Someone is. You know who. Mm-hmm. RFK. RFK. He's going to come in and he's going to ruffle some feathers, baby. Started yesterday, 2 days ago. Like and subscribe. Yes. Who's an ex bodybuilder on TRT? Oh, your guy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's crazy. I'm a science experiment. That's wild. Anyways, so this is a oh man, this is a great thing. All right, hard switch. Hard switch. We're pulling this down. Whoop. Okay. So NJSB Construction, Howie, is that your name? Um, says, I think the fact that they guaranteed contracts was a terrible move. The athletes are naturally um naturally not going to push as hard, will more likely be an exhibition and less entertaining. This is interesting. So, hmm. So I think I've been trying to chew on this too, right? So after this year, then you have to earn your spot to get the contract. But you still have to accept the contract in general, right? So there's still going to be a certain amount of money there that comes in, right? So what if, say, Laura wins and she wants to double the amount of money that she got the year before? What happens then? And they can't afford it. This is the thing, right? So um oh, my knee has been achy. I don't understand how it's going to work moving forward. They'll be given the contract, but what if it's not up to their financial, what if the athlete says no because it's not enough money, right? So if okay, so say the contract's worth $50,000, okay? And they're guaranteed that they get a spot and they have to compete for a certain amount of points to make it to the next year to qualify again. Well, what if they have to go to 5 events and it costs $5,000 to travel, to stay for each event? Right? This is what I'm not understanding is this contract guarantees them a spot that's to play, but they have to go, and I'm assuming they're funding their own way. I mean, I'm not even talking about WFP. Like I'm beyond that, right? Like exactly, but I don't understand how how it's going to work for the following year, right? Like, because they get a contract, they're being paid. I don't see how it doesn't bite WFP in the ass because, okay, so this person won, they won 2 years in a row. Um, and now they want $200,000 for their contract. Like, what if WFP can't afford it? Like after this year, not even this year. I'm talking about years down the road, right? Because people are going to want more and more money each time they re-sign the contract, whatever it is, right? Um, right. This is the difference. Everyone's like, it's like the PGA, and it's like, no, the PGA doesn't pay play. Well, the PGA does guarantee money, by the way. Like they've changed it now. It does guarantee a low amount of money, right? Um, but and then they have just recently started paying out for like likeness and influence, etc., to people that have big social media followings and those kind of things. But that's besides the point. But until 4 years ago, they didn't pay, like there was no guaranteed money at all. Right. But even so, like even if they have the revenue to sustain it, the problem is that athletes are going to keep giving you think they'll take away money. So like basically your 20 is your pro. You're guaranteed into all of them, but they're going to stop. So this is Gus said they'll stop giving contracts to the lower athlete. Um, so you think, so say there's 20 each year, everyone's getting 30 grand this year, each team. So we're talking, just say $1 million, right? So you think they'll keep that same $1 million, but it'll only go to 10 athletes, and then the bottom 10 don't get a contract, but they have the card. Is that what you're saying? Um, so it's an interesting one. I'm trying to digest it. I don't know. I mean, I want it, so just to be clear, I want it to work. I don't think it has to be an exposition. Um, yeah, for sure. Right. Assuming that they can make money, right? Just assuming the WFP can make money, right? How do they, like, I don't understand how, okay, so you made the pro, right? Right. So you made your top 20. This year is done. You get the top 20, and everyone's going to get a contract every year. So are those contracts all the same, or are they going to be adjusted based on where you finished or your likeness or whatever it is? What happens if that athlete doesn't want to take the contract because it's not enough money? Athletes will, I bet next year the problem we're going to see is the athletes aren't going to take the guaranteed money because it's not enough. And I bet somebody that didn't finish in the top 20 is going to deny the contract because it's not enough, and someone from the backfield is going to get backfill. What do you guys think? You think that's going to happen? Or you think they're just not going to give contracts to the lower athletes? I don't know. I just feel like this is going to, like, this makes sense the first year because they're trying to pull people in, but after after next year, they don't get to choose. They don't get to choose who they're going to pick. They have to give these contracts to these 20 people. But what happens when the athlete just withholds, right? Or what if they can't afford this athlete? Yeah, like, I just feel like this is going to snowball itself into big contracts, right? I did want to come back to um this one. So the thing that made it. So the athletes are naturally not going to push as hard. I disagree with this, and the main reason is because they need to be. People have egos, right? So I'm coming back to the athletes are naturally not going to push as hard. Um, so people have egos; they want it to be whatever it is, but there is a cash prize for the winner in the final, right? Like, there is a winning amount. It's not just the contracts. Like, there is money to win in the finals if you make it there. So, um, this is funny. I don't know. I'm not. I don't want. I want it to succeed. I don't know how they're going to do that for sure. Right. Grow the sport differently, increase viewership. I think because we don't have a lot of overseas people watching this show, but I really feel, um, that yeah, this is true for sure. Why push the first two events if you know you're going to make the final? I agree, 100%. Um, so yeah, if unless they get big sponsors, it doesn't seem sustainable. I mean, it does seem like this family has a lot of, like a lot of money. Um, what are they going to do differently to grow the sport and increase viewership? I have no idea. I don't know. Hope that the athletes promote it like Luca did, or I assume like Laura is going to. Um, but yes, if they withhold, and I feel like this is going to happen. I feel like they're assuming that everyone is going to be, you know, um, uh, what's the word? Like, altruistic, right? And like put the good of the sport, but they're not, and I'm not, and that's not the athlete's fault. It's just the design of this, right? Like the WFP needed to pay people. They needed to pay people to come in, but I just don't understand how you're going to pay them in following years, right? Like just give them the card and give them basically, instead of paying them to be there, you give them the card and you give them the opportunity to win 500 grand, right? Or $1 million or whatever it is. I don't see how it's going to be sustainable to give them a contract every year. What they need to do is they need to basically say, hey, this contract is this amount of money and it doesn't go anywhere. You can choose to take it or not. But they're going to get people to hold out. Like someone's going to withhold and someone is going to not take whatever whatever the contract is. It's going to happen for sure. So, yeah, I didn't listen to this one, but Alexis said in Savan, just show up for the first two events and peak for the final. And that's their benefit of, um, um, uh, let me think. It's a system. Do you have open leagues that culminate at the end of the year, like the English Premier League? I mean, I think all sports have that, right? But you have to win a certain amount of games to make the next stage, and there's seeding. So maybe not. I'm not sure. Try and explain to me how it works. I don't know. So like with this, PGA doesn't know for sure. Well, they do. I mean, they have the Players Championship, right? Players? No, not the Players. Like the Cup, like the FedEx Cup or whatever it's called. FedEx Cup, is that what it's still called? Right? But it oh, golf would be the closest because but they go into the FedEx Cup and then there's a final. So no, I don't think, yeah, that's a points thing. Well, this is a points thing too, but you just accumulate it throughout the whole season. I don't think so. Like into a playoff. I think everything has a playoff system. Yeah, into a championship. Golf is international. Yeah, I don't think so. That's interesting. But I mean, that would make the most sense, right? Like, here's 5 events. The winner after the 5 events, like, the most points gets the 500 grand, right? Or whatever it is. That would probably make the most sense instead of just qualifying for the final. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, all right. I had some what else do we got here? All right, that went from Ozempic to something else. No, don't leave. This is how I feel right now. This is it. Who's a parent in here? We're switching. Well, I don't know. This is probably Ozempic. You need it. What brings in more revenue? A traveling expedition with in-person spectators, a weekly, monthly streamed event. I would have to say, if you got the right sponsors, it would have to be a weekly event, right? Yeah, who isn't a parent? Oh, we have some young people in here. And this is how I want to feel. I want to beat the shit out of Bennett in every sport until he is 40. All right. Until I'm 80, I never want him to win anything ever. Ever. That's how I want it to be. Guys, all right. Ozempic, you need it. No, absolutely not. Dude, I would fucking wither away. All right, next one. Did anyone watch this movie? What was it called? Free something, Free Solo. That came across this clip, and immediately my hands start sweating when I watch this clip and when I watch this movie. Every time. I've watched it a few times. This guy is insane. DJ, congratulations. 6th coming in April. Holy fuck, dude. It's called Free Solo. This is the craziest thing. This guy, insane. Complete psycho. Yeah. Sociopath. It's nuts. It's so crazy what he can do. So crazy. Also came across this cool. We're just kind of watch this guy. Watch it restart. This is the craziest thing. It was better when it started. Come on. Here we go. Watch this. This is crazy. Wow. What a fucking trip. That was nuts. Anyways. Dude, mute the song. Anyways, we'll come back to stuff. I agree. I can help you, Grant. Yeah, for sure. But yes, it's like watching it, like even just talking about the Free Solo gives me so much anxiety. I'm just like, what the fuck? People are just so out there. Oh my God. Dude, guys, my back still sucks. It's getting better though. It's actually worse today than it was yesterday, but I did a pretty hefty amount of fitness for what I'm capable of doing. Oh, duh, this is also what I wanted to bring up. Here we go. If you guys haven't watched, you have to watch. My buddy put this together, right? But the unbroken story of the tier cup, it was great. Carlos did it. Carlos is a great friend of mine and a good dude. And he put together a really, really good documentary. The rest of the weekend is and I thought he did really good. So if you guys haven't watched it, you really should. It's 1 hour and 40. It's really, really good. I love the tier cup design. No, I don't think so. Has an interesting story. Grant. Back in 2011. It was created by no. So anyways, he's been shooting for tier for forever. Like even almost before tier was into the CrossFit space. Oh, maybe he did. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that was after the games. As a tier athlete, they went and did like testing for the shoe in like the butthole of Louisiana. What's it called? I don't know. I can think of the name. It's like an oil town. Anyways, but it was for tier. Yes. Thank you, Amanda. I agree. One of the better ones we've seen in a while. He did great. He did awesome. I mean, it's the first full length one that we've seen in a long time. Oh, I'll have to find that. Alex, YouTuber free climbing. Yeah. Well, no, this is from September the tier cup in SoCal. But he did this by himself. Like, I mean, he did the entire editing by himself over the last, like, all October, November, December. It finished in late December. Oh yeah, good news. Good news. Gucci qualified for NorCal. So I will most likely be going to NorCal as of now. I don't know um if she's doing anything else. Or if she's going to qualify for any of the other ones. She's in Bali, so she's doing Wadland and probably French Throwdown, so I don't think I will go to those, obviously. But she did qualify for NorCal, and so did Kevin, one of our coaches. Kevin shoots. And so we'll probably be at NorCal. So maybe we'll fucking be in Albany. Who knows? God, I'd shit myself. Oh man, if she made it, it's not impossible though, for sure. So she did really, really well. Super consistent. She made a lot of gains. Yep. So I'm excited for it. Grant, just keep putting in a good word. I'm ready to coach Ty when he's fed up with Brute. Just kidding. So anyways, super stoked for that. It was her first time making it over the hump. She was like 50th in Europe last year for the semifinal. So she didn't quite make it. So this is her first semifinal like jump. So give her a follow. Gucci Vladdy's my daughter. I think that's I don't know. Anyways, let's look up Gucci on my Instagram. She's a good follow, super good athlete, and definitely on the up and up. So super excited. Guys, go watch this. Go watch the story of the tier cup. I think it's going to it's a really, really good let me see what the hell I don't know what that means. Well, she was on the show once. I'll bring her back on at some point. Let's see. What else? What else do we got? Go watch this. Put some views on it. He did a really good job. Super proud of my boy. He's super talented. And yeah. Ty. Oh yeah. At TFX. Oh, you must be at Brute. Aaron. I know he is. All right. What else? Anything else? Is there anything else good? Oh, I don't know. I think this would be so cool. This would be a really unique way to bring it back, right? Right. If the last chance qualifiers would be pro versions of the test of the Community Cup. So the only reason I don't think that it could be is because they need like that test needs to just be different, right? Like that test will need probably some rope climbs or GHDs, or handstand walks, which they won't have in the Community Cup. It is the same week. It's the same exact week. So it's possible, like maybe one more step up. But it's got to be a complete test. So I can just imagine that the requirements are just going to be a little bit different. But I think that was a rumor going around. So probably not totally out of the question. It would be really cool to, level it like that overall. So maybe. Anyways, for those that didn't see earlier in the show, I finally got someone to send me some coffee. just begging all over the place. But Candlestick Coffee out of New Mexico, great place, small. He's a watcher of the show, which means he's got to be a good dude. So I'll let you guys know how the beans are. Subscriptions, fair price, ships all over. So give it a look, candlestickcoffee.com. Give it a scan, right? Head over to it. Just give the site some volume. I'll drop it back down here again. Zach, if you're still watching, I told Ben, and Ben would, which is like on the main page, that main Instagram page. Ben would love to chat. Love to chat. Support small businesses. Anyone has a small business that's involved with WODprep, we would love to support you in any way that we can in general, especially if we're in a partnership. You know what I'm saying? All right. Hey guys, make sure to like and subscribe. Right over there. Boop. Like and subscribe. If you're not watching on your phone, or if you are, you can go to the desktop version. We'd love for you guys to join the page. A couple bucks a month allows me to keep doing this. Maybe pay Travis and John when they come on the show, or get some more fun stuff and maybe do this a little more often. So would really appreciate if anyone wanted to join the subscription. It's only a couple dollars a month. I try to be really consistent in here and try and give value where I can. I'd love to do it more. So gotta make a little bit of money from it in general. And anywho, all right. Is that it? Anyone else? Bueller. Standing, my voice is calming. That's good. That's probably, it's got to be the mic and however I have my mic set up, because my voice is really raspy and usually really loud. So it's funny because a lot of people have said that, like, it's got to be however I have the mic set up. Has John asked me? No, not even a little bit, which is fine. I don't think he needs to. So I assume it's going well. He's definitely doing a little bit less podcasts for sure. He's harder to get on the show, definitely. But yeah, seems like it's going well. Wifey's good. I don't know if it's my telephone voice. It doesn't sound like it. I mean, this is just how I usually talk in general. Hi, Duke. You guys want to say hey to Duke? What's up, buddy? My office is a mess. Oh, hello. Can you say hi? Who's that? What's that? Oh. My back is worse today, which really sucks. I thought it was getting better, but it's not. It's worse today, which is fine. It will improve. It will improve. Oof. It's just like tender. I can actually bend over better without any pain. It's just kind of sensitive, just like overall. Well, that was a good chat, guys. I'm gonna dip, get Bennett up. He's up early, so go get him. Maybe I'll do a night show. I've thought about doing a night show. I don't know when I would do it, what day. I actually thought about doing a weekend morning show, like a little bit later, but I think Savon's on every day. So, anywho, all right, good stuff. If anything comes out, make sure to let me know. We'll talk about it on the show on Tuesday. Enjoy the weekend.